10 terrifying prehistoric creatures that weren't dinosaurs. For 135 million years, dinosaurs were the undisputed rulers of the Earth, and could still have been today if not for a cataclysmic comet some 65 million years ago. However, our planet has been around for a lot longer than the dinosaurs' reign, and, as it turns out, nature is quite adept at producing nightmare-inducing monsters. To think that dinosaurs are the only scary inhabitants of our prehistoric past would be a mistake. From ocean dwellers far bigger than great whites to sky dwellers bigger than giraffes to an elephant-sized sloth, here are 10 of the scariest, and most fascinating. 1. Titanoboa. If the movie Anaconda terrified you, and not because of J. Lo's acting, you might want to skip this one. Simply put, Titanoboa is the largest snake that ever existed. It grew over 40 feet long and could weigh up to 2,500 pounds. To put things in perspective, that's almost as much as a grown giraffe weighs. Titanoboa appeared not long after the dinosaurs went extinct, perhaps filling a niche left open by the disappearance of the world's former top predators. But had Titanoboa and the dinosaurs coexisted, here's how a battle between the massive snake and a T-Rex might have went.
Tyrannosaurus, one of history's most fearsome mega-predators. But now, a new discovery joins the ranks of killer carnivores. And this one was a genuine giant. 48 feet long, weighing over a ton, the largest prehistoric snake ever found, Titanoboa. T-Rex and Titanoboa lived in different times and on separate continents. But what if these two monsters met in a battle to the death? T-Rex brings to the fight a bone-crushing jaw, a bite force nearly twice a great white shark's, powerful legs, and a thrashing tail. Titanoboa's attack didn't depend on poisonous venom. It killed by constriction. And this mega serpent squeezed with a crushing 400 pounds per square inch of pressure, equivalent to being squished with the weight of 3 Eiffel Towers. How would this death match conclude? Difficult to say. If T-Rex got in a swift bite, it could mortally wound the snake. But with the right ambush, Titanoboa might trip up the T-Rex and succeed in overpowering the great lizard king.
2. Liopleurodon. Plesiosaurs were a group of marine reptiles, dinosaurs that weren't actually dinosaurs, that appeared and disappeared almost at the same time as the dinosaurs, so the popular confusion of the two groups is understandable. And if there was one plesiosaur you needed to watch out for, it was Liopleurodon. This carnivorous beast could weigh over 3,500 pounds and reach over 30 feet in length, with nearly a quarter of that being its massive skull, complete, of course, with a very wide jaw and several rows of razor-sharp teeth. If you're brave enough, check out the Liopleurodon in action. 3. Sarcosuchus. This gargantuan predator is colloquially called Super Croc, which gives you an idea of what it looked like. Not technically a crocodile, the Sarcosuchus was actually its distant relative, the primary difference being their size. At almost 40 feet long, Sarcosuchus was almost twice as long as the saltwater croc, the biggest crocodile we have today. It also weighed around 8 metric tons, which meant that it could take on almost challenger it faced. And that's a good thing, since Sarcosuchus lived alongside the dinosaurs, who often became its lunch. 4. Mosasaurus. Like plesiosaurs, mosasaurs were marine reptiles, and not technically dinosaurs. At almost 60 feet in length, Mosasaurus was the biggest of the bunch. In fact, it was one of the most dangerous things prowling the waters throughout the entire Cretaceous period. It looked like a massive crocodile, particularly the head, only equipped with fins, which, terrifyingly, allowed it better mobility in water. Thanks to the Discovery Channel, we can see what a mosasaur looks like when upset. 5. Megalodon. This enormous, extinct shark species has become one of the most renowned prehistoric predators, perhaps second only to the T-Rex. By far the biggest species of shark to have ever existed, the megalodon is generally thought to have looked similar to the modern great white. However, while a great white shark can grow to be 20 feet long and over 7,000 pounds, megalodon was estimated to be 60 feet in length, weighing anywhere from 50 and 100 metric tons. Megalodon only died off about 2.6 million years ago. This means that he often interacted with, and by interacted, we mean ate, animals that are still around today like giant sea turtles, porpoises, and even whales. 6. Quetzalcoatlus. Let's quickly dispel a myth. Despite being featured in every dinosaur movie and TV show ever, the pterodactyl was not a dinosaur. It was a pterosaur, a completely different order from dinosaurs. But even the pterodactyl wasn't the most dangerous thing in the skies. That honor goes to Quetzalcoatlus, the largest creature ever to fly. The problem is that due to poor fossil records, we don't know exactly how big it was. Modern estimates place its wingspan at around 35 feet, while earlier estimates were much more generous, at over 60 feet. Weight is even more difficult to measure, but scientists think they weighed between 450 and 550 pounds. 7. Gorgonops. While dinosaurs get all the attention, our planet was full of scary monsters before they ever came along. A prime example is Gorgonops, an animal that lived 260 million years ago, way before dinosaurs became the dominant predators. At around 6 to 10 feet in length, Gorgonops was a fast and vicious predator, allowed it to rise to the top of the food chain. Of course, it also helped that Gorgonops had massive canines so large they nearly protruded beyond its lower jaw. 8. Racidae. Their scientific name is neither particularly intimidating nor easy to remember, so let's just refer to these large, flightless, carnivorous birds by their colloquial name, terror birds. They grew to between 3 and 10 feet long, stood up to 10 feet tall, could run at speeds of 30 miles per hour, and had a giant, curved beak, like an eagle's. The only living relative of the terror bird is the Seriema, a 35-inch bird that's about as threatening as a butterfly. Nevertheless, don't underestimate the terror bird, a top predator for almost 60 million years. 9. Megatherium. A sloth isn't exactly the first thing that comes to mind when thinking of deadly monsters, but the Megatherium was more like the modern sloth's giant, angry grandpa. It behaved like a sloth, sort of looked like a bear, and was about the size of an elephant. Unlike an elephant, though, Megatherium also had giant claws and could stand on its hind legs to appear even more massive. And unlike all other animals on this list, there's a pretty strong chance that humans interacted with this monster. Megatherium died out as recently as 10,000 years ago.
And yeah, like you see and like it said in the dossier, it's not fast. And it isn't a fast animation. And what are you doing? Oh yeah, you're the startled animation. So this one is like, what the f***? What is going on there? And yeah, when it is getting scared or something, it will crap its pants. So this is the pooping animation. So yeah, a nice pooping animation for this one. And it is almost the same movement as the startled animation. Okay. And this one is charging because yeah, it was getting scared. Then it crapped its pants and yeah, then it is full of shame because it crapped its pants. So it is running away. So this is the running animation. And yeah, it seems to be fast. Not, of course, not really fast, but it seems pretty fast. So maybe this is the speed when it is chasing the insects or the kind of things. I don't know. But yeah, let's check out the other animations, because there are more animations. Yeah. And of course there are some swimming animations for this one. So this one is in idle, nicely floating in the water. And this one is swimming. The head movement. A nice one. Yes sir, you're swimming nicely. Oh, the tail. The tail is also moving fast. Okay. Cool. Nice animation, and I think it will be a little bit deeper in the water. And maybe you as well. But it's nice, it's cool. And let's see, what is going on here? This is the... What? Oh, the bite animation. That's why I have the Chelicotherium next to it. So, this is the bite animation of the Chelicotherium. And that one is the bite animation of the Megatherium. And what is going on with your hand over here? You're like a DJ. Yeah, I don't know how the DJ sounds goes, but yeah, to me it seems like it is acting like a DJ. It's weird. Not really a bite. Yeah, it is biting, but yeah, I think the front leg goes forward because of the balance, I guess. But it seems funny. And oh, you smacked my face. Well, here is the claw animation, the claw attack. A nice one, and again the Chelicotherium next to it. So they almost have the same animation. And yeah, I thought there is another one with claws, but this animation is totally different. But those two are similar. Nice and fast animation, and I bet it will hurt a lot when you get a smack on your face with that one. Then you do it like this. No, oh, my head. Well, this is the big hurt animation. There is only one big hurt animation, and that's this one. So yeah, it doesn't like to get hurt. And yeah, these two. Well, these two are the small hurt animation. So one for the left and one for the right. And they aren't in sync, but that's cool. It's nice to see them both doing their small hurt animation. Yes, they do. And the taming part, well, in the dossier it said that it was resistant to getting knocked out. So yeah, I don't know. There are some torpor animations, so I think you can tame it with torpor, with trank dots. So the idle animation, and this one is going to sleep. A fast animation. So I'm gonna slow it down a little bit more. So here we are, a little bit slower. It's a nice one. It is nicely falling in the hand. I like that part. A little bit slower, please.
10th, the Lato Archon. The Lato Archon is the new kid on the block, having only been discovered a few years ago and officially classified as a genus in 2013. It was an ichthyosaur, another group of marine reptiles commonly and incorrectly believed to be dinosaurs. The Lato Archon were 28-foot-long apex predators whose massive jaws allowed them to hunt prey almost as big as they were. With this beast only being discovered 5 years ago, it begs the question, what other unimaginable beasts lurk beneath the ground and the sea, waiting to be discovered? Enjoyed this fascinating look at terrifying prehistoric creatures? Then be sure to check out our other articles on frighteningly bizarre ocean creatures as well as this collection of amazing facts. And before you go, be sure to like all that is interesting. Goodbye.